What's going on? It's the Laundromat Show. I'm K Rose.
And McKee.
Let's go.
And this is episode 30. I don't normally do the intro, so I'm fucking up a little bit. But yeah, man, what's going on, y'all?
I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm chilling, man, chilling. So episode 30. As always, we're gonna plug our social medias. We're the Laundromat Show on Instagram, Laundromat Show on Twitter, and the Laundromat Show on Facebook. Do you guys have any black businesses?
I thought you had a cousin this week.
I don't have a cousin that got a business this week. Not that I remember.
Damn, ran out of cousins.
Yeah, bro. We've been off for a little bit, so we're a little rusty right now. Clearly, I'm a little rusty. But
support us, man. Go ahead. Click on all our links. Follow us, man.
We're
Cash
black
App
business.
us, do something, man.
Real
Support us.
rap.
Yeah.
Let me guess. You've been thinking about starting a podcast, but you just don't know where to get started. Well, I have some good news for you. The Laundromat is feeling generous, and we're going to let you know how we've been recording for almost a year now. Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout gets your show listed on every major podcast platform. And if that's not good enough, you'll get a great-looking podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, and tools to promote your episodes and more. So follow the link in our show notes and let Buzzsprout know we sent you. You'll get a $20 Amazon gift card if you sign up for a paid plan, and it helps support the show. So stop procrastinating and start that podcast.
All right, so you mean we back into the swing of things? We can start it off with the What You See Cheese segment. I wanted to ask you guys. This actually I saw from you, Ant. You posted like a tweet that you had tweeted on Instagram that I saw, and I wanted to ask y'all: is there ever a scenario where you should be responsible for someone else's happiness?
I'll let y'all start since you probably know my answer because I tweeted it.
Your kids, maybe. To an extent. That's really it though, I guess. And I don't know, like you gotta just not being an asshole on purpose is the only other way. I guess there's only really two ways. I feel like that's the only time you really gotta think about that shit when you're kids and just not being a dick on purpose.
Okay. Well, how you feel about it, Ant?
Well, the reason that the tweet basically was saying like along the lines of is your happiness is nobody's responsibility but your own. And I completely agree with that. It's like that one Cat Williams skit where he was like, it's called self-esteem. It's how you feel about yourself. Like, I feel like too many people just rely on other people. Like, oh, I'm not happy because this person did this or this person did that. Like, you should wake up and decide how you feel and then go from there. And then you definitely shouldn't be responsible. You should be able to do whatever you want to do and not thinking about like, yo, is this person going to be unhappy with me? I'm not with that.
Yeah. So, and I actually forgot, bro, when I saw that it wasn't your close friend. So I do got to ask you, was I supposed to put that out there? Was that for a particular
Nah, it's all good, bro. Nah. It's all good.
that Jones
It's all good. Nah.
Yo.
I think I did that by mistake, actually.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, by mistake. I'm sure. Because it wasn't his close friends. And then I reposted it because I was like, yeah, I feel this message. But I was like, oh, damn, that wasn't his close friends. I just put him out there. If whoever you mean posting that about see this is over.
That should remind me of.
It wasn't that deep.
Remember a couple years ago, I think Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith was going through some shit or something, and he said something similar, where he was like, basically, she makes herself happy. They're responsible for their own happiness, and they come together and make each other happy, versus trying to make each other happy from the rip. And like Ann said, that's what you're supposed to do, or that's the right way to do it. Most people don't live like that though.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad you brought that up because I remember that like vividly when that first came out, that video of them speaking about it. Like, I think that happens a lot in relationships too. Is like you might be in a relationship where like the other person is literally depending on you for their happiness. Like, that's never healthy. Like, even if you're the best dude in the world or the best girl in the world, after a while, that's going to take a toll on you because you shouldn't be responsible, like y'all said, for somebody else's happiness. So
have a bad day. Who's gonna have you?
Exactly. Somebody like a friend of mine actually commented on the post when I reposted it, and they were like, yeah, but you also shouldn't be responsible for somebody else's unhappiness. But I kind of thought it was the same thing. I was like I kind of explained her the same thing we all just said. I just was like, nah, it's your responsibility for your own happiness, but you should be a good person at the end of the day too. Like, you should be a good person. Anyway, man, moving on. What else did I see? It's been a couple of weeks since we had an episode, so there's been a lot of things that's happened. But Ant, you put a post in our group chat. I wanted to ask y'all something simple. Would y'all be cool with y'all girls, if y'all have one, which you do, Leak, if your girl rolled on a jet ski with another man?
Nope.
Like, all right, and in the
I know
video
you're talking about. I saw the video too. I know exactly what video you're talking about.
Yeah, in the video, basically, it was a argument. It was like a couple. This girl was about to get off their boat and get on this man's jet ski with him, and the boyfriend was on the boat, like really upset, like kind of like telling her don't do it, and she still did it. So that was the video, basically.
So I DM'd Ant about this joint. I think I saw this joint on Ant's story too, and I DM'd Ant my response on what I would do, and I'll repeat it here. So I would knock Bull off that fucking jet ski. Smooth knock Bull off the jet ski.
Word?
We staying on the boat. She not getting on the jet ski. I'm not gonna do nothing to her, but I'm not Bull off the fucking jet ski. Well, there's no jet skis. There's no jet skis no more. And then I'm single at this point because even for the attempt, you getting left. Don't try to get on no jet ski with some random nigga. Unless it's an instructor. I'm not trying.
Okay. I was about to ask you, I was like, what if is the instructor cool? Like the instructor not gonna face your ass.
All right, cool. Some random, but we on a yacht already. We chilling. Some niggas right up on like, you about to hop on? I'm going with him. I'm gonna knock Bull off the jet ski. And then you get left on that boat, and I'm gonna go back to our hotel room by myself because I'm taking your hotel. You're not staying with me no more.
I respect that because I was just in Miami a couple months ago, and when you go on them little like when you go on the boat trips and all the boats congregate around this one island and his jet skis, boys definitely be trying to steal girls from all the boats. So you got to be careful with them boys. Like I feel you. it was happening. It was happening.
You knocked off your jet ski.
Nah, Esco made me realize that like that's a certain level of disrespect to roll up on somebody's boat and ask the women they with to get on your jet ski. They're like, I think they already feel like you're sweet already. So yeah.
And it's not even that. That's not even disrespectful part. Disrespectful part for me is like, all right, so you see these people on this boat and they probably on vacation. You from Miami or you got your jet ski, you're up on the boat, and you ask some girls to come over. That's not that bad to me. The issue was once you realize they're in a relationship and you still keep trying and you see the boy saying no, you don't give a all goddamn, you deserve to get knocked off your jet ski.
I push back because I feel like that ain't got nothing to do with you. If she want to get on the jet ski, that's on your girl at the end of the day.
Bro, but I can't fight my girl.
No, but my thing is, I understand what you say, Esco, but my thing is like, okay, clearly if they're on a boat together, there's some type of relationship. It might be their friend, blah, 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 blah. I feel it's kind of like guy code to like hold it down. There's so many women here. It's like, why are you running up on somebody else's boat trying to take something off their boat? Now it is the woman's fault because no, like Esco said, if she gets off the jet ski and if she gets on the jet ski, she's on vacation by herself now. Like, no, the boat's not gonna be there when she get back. I'm not gonna be there when she get back. She might as well start dating dude on the jet ski now because it ain't working. But nah, it's the same thing as like, yo, if you at the movies or you at dinner with a lady and I'll run up on her and try to holler at her right there while you standing there. To me, that's like a level of respect. It's all in the game. If like, you know, they're by themselves or like if you have a girl and somebody tries to holler at her while she's by herself, but if they see you right there, acknowledge your presence and be like, I'm not worried about bull, and then proceed to try to mac on your girl, that's crazy.
Thank you, man.
That is disrespectful. Only reason I'm saying a little bit because in that video, the bull was on the jet ski. He worried about the jet ski. And the bull wasn't outright saying like, yo, this is my shorty. He was just kind of yelling low key at the girl. So
you could tell he was mad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think the bull necessarily knew that on the jet ski. He just was trying to get the shorty to get on the jet ski.
So I feel like in that video, bull knew she was gonna go the whole time.
I know, but I don't think he knew that the bull was upset though. That's what I'm saying. So he was just trying to get it.
It wasn't her first. It wasn't his first rodeo like that. That wasn't the first time she did him. Like,
you're right. The Miami
you
boys.
Could definitely tell. You could definitely tell that happened to him before with his girl.
You saw the little joint he was playing with money and shit. It was like $40.
Yeah, he was playing a little like $100. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, so I feel you. I don't like that either. Don't get on another jet ski with another man. Moving on. Moving on though. I wanted to ask y'all. So I just recently had this exchange in my DMs. Random person I never knew. She just commented on the post or whatever. And long story short, we had just a regular conversation.
Your DM is jumping. Everybody DM you.
Nah. This was like a random situation, bro. Super rare, bro. But yeah, long story short, it was just like a random exchange. And we had a conversation and the girl was like, yeah, she basically was pulling the whole I hate society John. And I was like, I don't know this person, but I just was interested. It was late at night. And she said something like, yeah, everyone is obsessed with families or whatever, with relationships and having a family. And then I said, oh, I'm surprised you feel that way. I said, I would think most women want the family and the relationships. And immediately after I sent that message in the DM, not that I cared, but she was like, you're sexist. I can't believe you would say such a thing.
Oh, she's one of those?
Yeah, clearly. And I just wanted to ask y'all, I wanted to get confirmation because I was like dumbfounded. Is that a sexist statement?
In 2021, yes.
We gotta stop doing that, yo. We gotta stop. We gotta stop changing the definition of the word because of the time, bro.
You can't stop changing shit because time changes. It's how it goes.
Oh my
God. So that's it.
No.
So that's a sexist to say. I would think most women
with
the family relationships. That's all I said.
I don't really think it's like super like outright sexist where you should like throw a tantrum. It's like it's one of those real like subtle sexism type things where kind of like get back in the kitchen type joint or shit like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's my man Cheese is just simply using his eyes. There's nothing sexist about it, yo. Like clearly 75% of the women on social media are posting other people's relationships and other people's kids. So I'd be making an informed judgment that the majority of women are looking forward to relationships and families.
But you said they be posting other people's relationships with other people's kids. They mean they be single.
That means you a fan of it.
They be all right. Let me see. What am I a fan of?
And Leak, and also Leak, I didn't say most women want the family. I said I would think. And that's all I said. And then soon as she was like, oh, you're sexist. She said, this is where I exit the conversation before I curse you out. Not that I cared. I just was like, oh, this is just funny. Like, what are you tripping over?
The person you described, it sounded like they came into your DMs to argue. So it was going to be a problem either way.
And that's basically what happened, bro. I didn't know this person, not even joking. I really don't know this person, but she was just in my DM and I'm bored. It's late at night or whatever. So I'm just like entertaining the conversation just because.
She came to disagree.
She did. So
it sounds like she got mad cats at home. You can't argue with people like that, yo.
Yeah, it did. It did. I think she might have mad cats too.
Probably lick her cats and shit. Don't worry about that, bro.
Last thing I'm gonna say on that, John, though, it was weird because I genuinely asked, like, oh, how was that sexist? And she was like, see, that's the problem.
Right, you can't win an argument with them, bro. They're gonna keep pushing.
Like, it's not my job to educate you on how you were sexist. I'm like, all right, yo. No, it's nobody. She said it was my job. I gotta go find a library. That's what she told me. She said, said, it's not my job. Go find a library. I said, oh shit.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, so that was just a funny exchange. I was like, okay, that was weird. So moving on, man. This is gonna be like a personal episode for real. It's been a minute. So on a break, I guess, that we had from our last episode, I wanted to ask y'all, like, what is one activity that y'all do with y'all significant other, like, or whenever you've been with like women on some cool like type time, that like it's something that you say she forces you to do, but you low key like doing. Like you low key like doing it. But
look like Esco got some ideas.
Yeah. Don't try to throw me dog. I always go first. You go first. All right, I'm gonna give it a buck. I'm gonna tell you, I kind of said this before on air, so I'm just gonna finish that shit. It was this one time during the summer, last summer, or it might be this summer, and it was during COVID time, obviously, and it was the time we were just binging shows and stuff, and we kind of ran out of shit to watch, but we had the Fire Stick, so she went on. I think we had the jailbroken joint at the time. We don't got that shit no more. We got the regular one now, but this shit was jailbroken. So we went on the Cody joint, and you watch whatever on there. She looked up the Bad Girls Club. Now, at the time, I rolled my fucking eyes. Like, oh, my God. Good God. This is some bull. Boy, when I tell you, we watched about 5-6 seasons. I was in the like, yo.
Bro, right.
I was disgusted with myself, bro.
Bad Girls Club is crazy, too. Because that's worse than, I think that's worse than, like, a Love Island, John. I think that's what it's the same shit, but Bad Girls Club is crazy. I'm not gonna hold you.
It is worse, bro.
That's a bad joke, but that joke is entertaining. I've seen the episode. It is entertaining. I give you that though.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What about you, Ed?
That it. Y'all went with TV shows, so I'll okay. You know, as like men, you know, we don't gossip. That's not what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing would be, I thought I froze. Yeah, so we don't gossip. So my thing would be, you know, when they tell you to gossip about they trifling as friends, and you be like low key, you be interested. You like, where is she? Did what? Oh, that's crazy. Like you really be interested in the story, but you trying to low key, like on the low, like ask for more information without sounding interested. Yeah, you be like, oh, where is it? So what they do about that? How she play that one? Like how? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes the tea be too hot, bro. You gotta sip.
See, even you saying something like that is crazy.
I knew you was gonna say that shit.
But when you around somebody like that and you know you had those conversations like that, like sometimes you get in the mix like that. Bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard, but you would never, like, I would never be like, yo, Love Island. Like, I would never come to y'all and say that.
Don't come off the cuff like that. You come up with a conversation. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't like. I wouldn't pretend like I don't watch something. Well, I'll pretend like I didn't watch Bad Girl stuff if I never told y'all niggas I did.
Yeah, like, you would. I would, if somebody brought up Love, if y'all brought it up somehow in some way in the conversation, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I heard of that. But I wouldn't say like, I wouldn't be like, I was watching that shit.
And plot lines, I wouldn't tell you none of that. No, not at all.
Real rap. But yeah, I thought.
But I'm just not. I'm not gonna talk about it.
All right, man. Moving on. I wanted to ask y'all if y'all was ever in a situation and your girl broke up or you separated from your girl, whatever. Who would you be more nervous by? If she got with a boy who was a lot like you, or if she got with somebody who was the complete opposite of you? Like, if you was trying to get her back, like what would make you more nervous?
Opposite.
Okay.
Why is that? Any explanation behind that? Like,
that was just the first thing that popped in my head, and really I didn't even think about it. But I guess because if she got somebody who's the opposite of me, then I would assume that she's not even interested in people like me anymore. But if you go with a nigga that's just like me, if I still like you and love you like that, I'm still gonna keep calling you because what's the difference?
Yeah. I feel that. What'd you say, Ant?
Actually, that dude got a point to it because that would actually boost my ego. I'm like, look, she went with that fake ass Ant. She's still on the kid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I guess if she like just went with somebody who's like totally left from how you act, you like, oh damn, like all right. But I don't know, man. Something wrong with me. You know, this is my role model up here. So, you know, I would find a way to like make myself look good in that situation too. I'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? She couldn't find somebody else like me. She had to go get a nerd or something.
You know what fucked me up though? When I never just thought about it until just now. If you think about it, so at this stage in our life, most of us have dated someone else before in our relationships, before we got to our relationships, whatever. So what if you the bull that's just like her ex-bull? That's ass.
I'm trying to think about that.
Oh man.
Yeah, that is ass. And I'm gonna tell you why it is, because then you'll never know if you in the clear. Never. Because if bull pop up, you never know, like you not doing anything really particularly different to you. You wouldn't know, but you don't know what you might be. You know what I'm saying? If you the same type of ball, it's like, oh, he could come back in the picture because you still fucking with me.
But then it could be bad on the other side. What if you're like the quote unquote the square, like, oh, I'm done dealing with these type of men, so let me get the safe dude. Like, I would be like, damn, I'm the safe boy? That's crazy.
Yeah, that sucks too.
I mean, that's cool. It depends on what John you messing with, because if you really like the John, you'll be happy that you was able to get it because you was a square ball. Even though she may look at you like that.
Nobody wants to be seen as the safe ball. Like nobody wants to be
not safe. Yeah, not safe. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be considered soft.
Yeah.
But
that's
if she
disrespectful to me. That's like when you like basketball terms, right? Let's say like you get switched on to somebody and then you're like, oh, thank God, man. I was tired of that other dude guarding me. You're like, damn, I can play defense too. Yo,
yeah, well, if that ever happens, you gotta go get the bucket. You gotta go get the ball immediately. That's funny
like,
shit.
Don't call me safe, yo. I got hoes too. Chill.
Nah, that's real rap. I think for me, how I look at it, if that happened and they get somebody opposite of me, I just picture a short fat boy. So it's like I'm cool with that. So it's like I'm
literally the opposite.
Yeah, like if it's literally the opposite of me, as a short fat boy, probably I'm not tripping off that. And then I wouldn't be tripping also if it's somebody like me, because I look at it like, oh, you really was fucking with me because you went and got the carbon copy. So either way, I think I would be cool. Like I don't be tripping off shit like that.
The only thing I think that would really upset me is if dude just had like way more money than me. So they was doing all types of fly shit that I can't afford. I'd be low-key sick. Like, man, fuck, how many vacations y'all niggas gonna go on, man? Damn.
No, that's real rap. That's real rap. That's real rap. Because then you know you probably never getting her back. If that's the case, you're never getting her back.
Never.
If you wanted her back, you ain't never getting her back.
Yeah, if they in Cancun or Tulum or some shit, it's over, bro. You can forget about it.
You ain't getting her back, bro.
That's funny as shit. So speaking of people who's just like you, who would y'all want to play you in a movie?
And you better say.
Oh yeah, we already know who Anderson is.
I'm not going. All right. All jokes aside, I really think he would do a good job though. So I would say Jamie. So I would say all jokes aside, I would pick Jamie Foxx.
He would. He's Oscar winning, bro.
Oscar winner. You got a great job, bro.
Or Anthony Mackie, just because of his name.
Anthony Mackie. He would be all right though. I think he would be all right too.
That would be fire to see in the end credits though. Anthony Mackie is Anthony McKee.
Anthony Mackie is Anthony Mackie.
That's hilarious.
Fucking I don't know who I would get to play me, bro. I fucking
you do.
The new John, so maybe LeBron.
Come on, bro. First of all, you definitely don't want that because that acting was terrible, bro. That shit was terrible. That's number one. And then number two, come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga not 6'8".
But you put realistically on here. That's why I said that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess that's the unrealistic John. What's the realistic John?
I don't know. Because they got if he doing height wise too, I don't fucking know.
Probably get a nigga like Omar Epps or something.
Hey, yo.
Yo, I think real rap, yeah. Omar Epps is a good John. What's the boy you be saying? And who's the
Mekhi Phife.
Mekhi Phife. Yo, Mekhi Phife would be a good John. That would be a good John.
I don't look like Mekhi Phife, bro.
I'm trying to think. You know what's crazy? Somebody
fucked a good one for cheese, yo.
Somebody fucked me up years ago and was like, they said I look like Juwan Howard. That shit.
You do.
I know. It hurt because I was like, I can see where you're getting that from.
You saw the resemblance.
Yeah,
like,
bro. I said, damn, that's drawn. That's super drawn. For me, shit, if you going to Bron, I'm definitely going Ben Simmons, bro. Get my nigga Ben.
Hell no.
Get my nigga Ben.
Hell no.
My man Benny.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to LeBron if you want Ben Simmons. Hell no, man.
My man Ben.
No, the Bull. Nah, what's his name? The Bull will probably play a good cheese. I don't know his name. The Bull who is Braxton in the Jamie Foxx show.
Get the fuck out of here. Niggas is just saying anybody now. That's crazy.
Oh, bro. Who was the actor to play Reds on Friday?
Come on,
that's
yo.
Another good one.
Bro,
That's
come on, yo. Niggas gonna say T.I. next.
You look like Reds. Fuck you.
Get the fuck out. Red. I don't
There's
let
a lot of great talent out there, man.
Nigga said DJ Pooh. DJ Pooh. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't really know. Realistically, for real, I don't know. For real. Oh, the bull. Every time I watch Blackish, if anybody ever seen that show, the oldest son, I'll be like, yo, I definitely could have played his part.
Oh, yeah, the Young Boy Jr., I think.
Yeah, bro. I definitely be thinking about that. Like, damn, I could have been an actor.
That's actually a good one for you.
Real rap. But yeah, we ain't nobody making no movies of us though, unless we get the Laundromat movie.
The Laundromat movie.
Never know.
That shit will be fired. That shit might be fired. But yeah, anyway, speaking of entertainment, man, it's been a lot since we hadn't had an episode. A lot of albums and drop. Not really too much sports, but a lot of entertainment as far as music. So far, what has been the best album of the year to you guys?
Isaiah Rashad John.
The best. What's the best? What's the best album of the year? We're just saying right now.
He heard what you said, bro. You said Isaiah Rashad.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's a good album. It's a great album. It's a great album. But I mean, okay, it's your opinion. I can't. You mean
my album of the year so far is that John.
Wow.
Because I can listen to that John. I still listen to like that John came out a minute ago actually, and I still play that John. And like in today's like the way music comes out, that doesn't happen. The way music like the way music drop, and the fact that I'm still playing that John is a statement.
That's
for me.
That's true.
I'm not listening to nothing else. Like I was listening to Vince Staples' John is pretty good too, but I turned that John off for this and been listening to this since.
If you like that album, you're definitely gonna like Baby Keem album. You gotta check that shit out. If you like that type
what?
Of stuff.
No, don't yo.
No, it's not even like a joke. I'm dead serious. That shit is it's the same type. They from the same camp.
I'm not going to disrespect K-Dot cousin, so go ahead.
Oh, they are from the same camp. I didn't check that John out. I just haven't yet because I didn't even know who this nigga was until I saw him. That song came out with Drake, and then I mean he was out before that, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, me neither. But I fucked with it. I fucked with that album. But yeah, I really mean that as far as like they doing a bunch of different shit with the sounds and stuff. I think it's pretty similar. Like if you like that shit, you definitely would like Baby Keem.
I've been a fan for a minute though, so it's not like I just heard this joint and then became a fan. Like was like, oh, this joint hot. Like I've been a fan for a minute, and this project is it. It's
a good joint. I'm gonna revisit that joint. For me, I'm going King's Disease 2 for sure. It's the best album of the year.
Bro.
For sure. And I know. And this is the thing. I know I'm not tripping either because it was when Drake joint came out a couple days after Drake's joint came out. It was trending because everybody was like, dog, I don't care what just happened with Donda and Drake's John. King's Disease is the best album of the year. That shit was trending on Twitter. So I knew I wasn't tripping. There was a lot of niggas that felt that way.
Oh, no matter how good Donda and Certified Lover Boy would have been, either way, people would have said that shit because niggas love to hate on Drake.
No, that's actually
been the same.
I actually disagree because if had them Jones been anywhere near as close as we thought that they were going to be, niggas would have been like, you know how they do. It's Drake, it's Kanye, it's the greatest shit ever.
To be honest, I got what
hold on, but no.
And I mean, Kanye Joe wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but I got what I expected from Drake.
Okay.
I'm gonna give some pushback to what Cheese said on that joint, bro. Listen, I can understand if you're a super Drake fan, but nobody in their right mind thought an album titled Certified Lover Boy was gonna be crazy. I can tell by the title, that joint ain't gonna be that crazy, bro.
The artwork, I didn't take that joint like, oh, he about to put out some classic shit. I was like, all right, this about to be some standard Drake. And that's what I got.
I totally disagree, bro. I thought the album title was fire, number one. And I
definitely because you light skin.
Yeah. Maybe. I just thought Certified Lover Boy, when you hear that title, like to me that kind of like tells that he's really about to get in his bag on these R&B stuff or these certain types of records. I thought it was gonna be way better than what it was. It wasn't even an album about love.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. He went the complete opposite of the title. It didn't even make sense.
It wasn't. He was too sexy for his all this bullshit.
But
in love, I guess.
But y'all both wrong, man. My man Tyler still got the album of the year unless K-Dot dropped.
You know what's
Tyler,
crazy?
the Creator, got the album of the year.
Did you remember? You haven't seen the outline, have you? Because I almost forgot about Tyler's album until I typed it on the outline. Yeah.
Oh, you out of pocket.
Not saying it wasn't good.
Did you even listen to it when it first came out?
No, I did, but you know how music is now. It came out so long ago that I literally forgot.
He got the best album of the year to me. That joint, complete album, got the beat, the production on it's crazy. He's rapping. He got great features. All the songs still hit the same. He got the best album of it.
That's the one I got to revisit.
Okay.
I only listen to that joint in the entirety at all. Like I just keep it in like songs here and there. I have it on my phone. I downloaded it. Just never gave it the full spin. Because Isaiah Rashad joint was so crazy. I couldn't stop listening to it.
I kind of feel the same way about King's Disease too. I think with Tyler's album, I be trying to get into Tyler's album, but I think sometimes I don't know, he be all over the place, like where I don't even he not even rapping sometimes, and I just be like,
he not on that type time on this album. Oh, he is all rap. It's a rap album.
Yeah, I think that's why I liked it more initially when I heard the album this time. So I got to go back to it for sure. I definitely got to go back to it. So, I mean, obviously, it was big talk with the albums coming out about Donda versus Certified Lover Boy, Kanye versus Drake. Did you think that they lived up to the hype? And after you answer that, what do y'all rate each album 1 to 10?
Lived up to the hype. You know what? I'll play devil's advocate on this because me personally, I'm gonna take myself out of it. I wasn't really looking forward to each album. Kanye lately has shown me he's not the musical version of Kanye that's my cup of tea. So I wasn't really hyped on Donda about to come out. And then we started doing those weird listening parties. I'm like, okay, he's still in his weird bag, so I'm cool. Like I said before, Certified Lover Boy, just off the title, I could tell this album wasn't for me. I like rap Drake. I don't like R&B Drake or Afro beat Drake. I'm cool. So I think it did live up to the hype because the people who are looking forward to these albums are going hard either way. The people who are heavy Donda are saying musically it's a great album, and the people, and then the Drake fans is sitting here making tweets like, "Yo, it's time we say that he's the best ever over Jay-Z." And I'm like, what? If that album made you do that, say that, then it had to have lived up to the hype.
I don't think they did. I don't think either album lived up to the hype for me personally, just because I was excited for both albums on the opposite end of the ant because I've been a fan of Drake since as long as I can remember. I feel like we kind of came up, like when I kind of hit my like stride in life, like started like really coming into my own as a person, that's when he kind of came onto the scene as a rapper, and it's kind of been there ever since. So I've always checked for Drake shit when they come out just to see if he gonna drop some shit that's going check for where my status is in life. It didn't hit that time because I feel like he's still on some shit he was doing a couple years ago. I feel like he didn't really change too much on this album it dropped. For Kanye's John Donda, I was excited because Kanye's kind of best music comes when he's super vulnerable and like just super raw with all his emotion and shit like that. So I was expecting a raw, vulnerable album. That's what we got. The issue was he already made this album and he didn't make it that well this time. I felt like this joint was like he just kind of tried to take the blueprint of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and kind of it. And that shit, it didn't hit the same for me. I was like, I don't.
That's an interesting take. I never looked at it like that. I can see why you say that though.
Yeah, I wasn't fucking with it, bro. Like not in the entirety. It was a couple joints I like. But I feel like a lot of the guest verses he got smoked on. Almost anytime he had a track on Donda, somebody else was on that joint, he got smoked on that joint, damn near. And that happened to Drake too on fucking Certified Lover Boy though. So I don't know. They both kind of missed the mark for me, but I'm gonna listen to a couple songs of both of them still.
All right, so real quick from both of y'all, what's y'all 1 to 10 for each album?
For Certified Lover Boy, I'm gonna give him the same grade. I'm gonna give them both a 6.
Interesting. I would give Certified Lover Boy a 7 and give Donda like a 6. But it's around the same ballpark. They neither wowed me, but neither I wasn't like super disappointed either.
Yeah, I guess from my opinions to keep it simple, like I think with Certified Lover Boy, I agree with you, Leak. It was real like formulaic in terms of like we already heard everything like that from Drake before. I feel like I feel like Drake was just trying to recreate what he's done before.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like a bunch of throwaways.
A bunch of throwaways, and it was basically like, yo, how can I recreate this song? Like even like the 7 a.m. John that everybody really liked. It was dope, but even me listening to it, he was rapping really well, but I was just like, I've heard this type of vibe from you before. Like, I'm not impressed. And I'm a fan of both of them. So I had, more so for Drake, I had high expectations because he normally like, I was excited to see what he was going to do, how he was going to push his sound. Like, he's the biggest artist in the world. What are you about to come with now? And I just felt like he came with it was like a safe ass project, bro. Like it was okay. Like it wasn't bad, but it was okay. So for that one, I would give, I'm giving that a 7. For the Donda John, I'm not so mad at it. I think it may not be for me. I like that Kanye. I felt like he actually tried different things. He collaborated with a lot of different people. There's a lot more minds when it comes to his project. So it's a lot more different ideas, a lot of different sounds. So I like that. Only thing is, I just be like, sometimes, dog, niggas get too artistic when it comes to music. Like, it just be like, dog, I'm not trying to hear this opera for 30 seconds. Like, where the bars at? You feel me? Like, and I think that's why I love Nas' album so much, because it was great production, but he was just rapping, bro. Like, he was rapping every song, like, and he was spitting. Versus Kanye might go 45 seconds where it's the gospel singers or the choir. I'm like, dog, and all this dramatic shit. And it's like, when the song gonna kick in, dog? Like, and he don't care about rapping no more. So so I give that one a 7.5. Yeah, I thought to give them a 7. I don't think they lived up to the hype for them to be as big as they are. So, I thought it was okay. Like, niggas is going. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, my fault. I was just gonna say, to me, Drake and Bron are reaching that. Well, they both reached a level in their career where they're talented enough where their C effort is going to get the job done. So I think from both of them, we're going to see that for the rest of their career. Like, Drake just going to mail in that album, and Bron, he going to chill out. Fourth quarter, y'all need me, do Bron things, and then clock out. I think that's what we're going to get from both of them for the rest of their career.
Bro,
because they reached that point. Because my thing is, people are incentivized. You saw what just happened with Certified Lover Boy. It don't matter what we think about it. You saw what the numbers did, and then you saw what the Drake stand said and how they defended it. He has no motivation to come out and make a better album.
Here's the only way I push back on that point, bro. When it comes to LeBron, it's different measurements of success. He might get chill and, like you said, turn up in the fourth quarter and still win a championship. This wasn't a championship album from Drake. It was a fourth place finish, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay. it ain't the same standards when he got it. Like, it's music is different because it's subjective. With Bron, he can fall back and still have a goal to hit. Like, he should still get the chip. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this wasn't a championship album.
His chip might be the numbers. 700 first week of chip, bro.
You just killed that argument. You're right, because that nigga just sold like 700,000.
That nigga's talking about chips. I know it's a nigga that ate a lot of chips. He got a versus in a couple of days. Oh, not it's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow with Ja Rule. Tomorrow. Fat Joe, Ja Rule. Another battle in New York. Who you got, Ant? I'm asking you first, directly.
Well, I got Fat Joe. Ooh, surprise. Everybody thinks I love Ja Rule. No, I got Fat Joe. I'm very underwhelmed by this versus. I'm going to watch it, though. I think a lot of older artists don't realize that they're where they stand in today's climate, meaning, like, I feel both of these artists felt like they didn't really have to sell this event, and I think it's kind of going under the radar.
I agree. What about you, Chief?
I'm excited for this joint. I'm excited because I think I'm excited to see Ja Rule get his flowers. I do think, and I'm not the biggest Ja Rule fan, but I respect his period and his run in music.
Yeah,
and I think he gets a raw deal because of 50 Cent, how popular 50 Cent was at the time. But and niggas kind of trying to, and his personality is kind of nutty. But niggas try to, like, this. It is.
He ja Rule, his fade,
yeah, like, his personality ain't the greatest, but, like, niggas try to discredit who he was.
Right.
And, like, if you go back and his music, like, that's the one thing I like about it. He might have been successful, but when you go back and listen to his music, he made good music. Like, he could rap. You know what I mean? Like, Ja Rule was kind of hot.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So from 98 to like 03, 04. So I'm excited to see him get his flowers. I like Fat Joe, so I'm excited for it overall.
Who you got them?
I got Ja Rule. I have Ja Rule.
I said Joe.
You got Joe? You lying, and we all know you the biggest Ja Rule fan, bro.
Yo,
everybody that be living it up.
Anybody
that's one win. He gonna have to have 19 more.
Anybody who went to Bloom with us, y'all know Ant, he loved Ja Rule. But
secretly.
I ain't even say this in Spin Cycle. My fault, fellas.
You good, bro.
Moving on real quick. Next segment of the Spin Cycle. Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams. Best known for Omar on the Wire. He was in Boardwalk Empire. I forget what guy he played though. But rest in peace to him. Great actor. He's been real big, just doing a lot of influential things, just in social media, just a lot of stuff. Him going viral just lately, and yeah, he's gonna be missed for sure.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
Yeah, one thing I say about him, I think he was one of the main actors where it's like his look like made you interested in the film, and I don't think it's not that many. It's not that many that can say that, just their looks alone. Like when I seen him in different movies and TV shows, I wanted to watch just because he was like an interesting looking person as far as his scar, being a black man and certain like characters that he played. So
you feel that shit too.
Yeah, like he had, like his look gave off a certain emotion without him even having to act. And I thought that was like super dope as an actor, just watching movies and shit. So definitely rest in peace to Michael K. Williams.
You want to talk about his the IG post real quick? Because I didn't see that though.
Oh yeah. His last Instagram post, which I think he posted like a week before they found him. It was Tracy Morgan, and it basically was saying, it was like eerie as hell. The reason I'm bringing it up is because Tracy Morgan in a Breakfast Club interview was like saying like, yo, so what? I had a bad accident. Don't cry for me. And I thought that shit was so eerie because he posted that a week before he died, and he obviously died in an overdose, which was in an accident. So like, it was just like super eerie that he posted that right before he passed.
Right. Yeah,
and like,
weird.
That's super crazy. And Tracy Morgan was basically saying like, don't cry for me because I had an accident. There's other things you should be crying about, live your life, enjoy your life. And that was the last thing he posted on Instagram. So that was just crazy. Sometimes I think when you think about that type of stuff, sometimes you might like know what's going on, even though you don't know, if you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You might catch a vibe or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But I guess to move on, another story. I mean, it's kind of dark day on the spin cycle. My bad about this, fellas. But Lions running back DeAndre Swift, Philly kid, I think he's been investigated for some murder rumors around him. I'm not saying he's been investigated for the murder. I'm not sure about that, but I know there's some case going on. He came home for something happened. No suspects named. Everything's been a rumor right now. But I put this on here because I just wanted to see how y'all felt about like, why do dudes even come home, like even get in these situations, or when dudes come home, why do people feel like they got to put them in these situations? Because I highly doubt that nigga was going around trying to rob people or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to
I think when we say that, we got to get a little bit more specific because, like everybody should be able to come back to the city where they were born and raised. Right. I don't think it should be like you're in fear of, but what I do think it is, and I'm not talking about him specifically, because when you talk about like murder and stuff like that, you want to make sure like you weren't either, but you got to make sure like we know what's going on, because that's hard to shake once they put that on you. But I don't think it's necessarily you shouldn't go back to your hometown, and this is for anybody who they're from certain places and they make it out. I think you just have to be wary of. There's some places where if you're a person of a certain financial caliber, it just don't make sense for you to be there, because you might have the best intentions to be there, but it's like, bro, you're in a lion cage with hot sauce on you, my man. Like you look crazy. Like there's no reason. If you're a millionaire, there's no reason for you to be on this block. And again, I'm not talking about him because I don't know what happened. But.
Right. Not like just hanging out and shit. Maybe like if you coming back, you doing shit during the day, you building shit on the block, but like not just 2 a.m. you just hanging out there with your niggas. Like,
and it's mostly rappers because they try to emphasize like it's something like it's a bragging right. Like, yo, I'm back on my block with all my chains on. Ain't nobody. I'm like, what's the point? I'm like, to me, I think it's the stupidest thing in the world, because when I get money, I want to do fly stuff that people with money do. If I come back to the hood, I'm gonna help out, or I got family there, and I'll just chill out and lay low. But if I got like millions of dollars, like people try to make the hood sound like so fun. Like I don't want to be on a dangerous block with foreign cars and chains on. Like that doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
Yeah, so your rap career wouldn't go that long. Speaking
of rappers, bro. Oh, you didn't go yet. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say something quick. I think like when you talk about rappers and shit, they feel the pressure sometimes because it's like, niggas is always like, oh, you left and got rich and you ain't come back, or you didn't come back and scoop
somebody. That's what
somebody.
you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to leave, but people want you to come back too. You know what I mean? And I feel like, rappers and entertainers, they feel that pressure, especially if you're from a certain community. And also I think, anything can happen. You look at, for example, Nipsey, he went back to his hood. He had a whole business there. He just going out there to, take some pictures. And just like that, it goes that quick. Like something happens. So it's like sometimes you can't even account for that. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
Right.
Like that's what I meant when I put the question on there about just the hate and shit that happens. Why do people like just kind of are predatory to situations like that when they ain't doing shit like this? It's weird.
I think because, like you said, niggas don't. I mean, in certain communities, nobody has anything, and so they might want to rob you. Number one, because they don't have anything. They try and get money, and even if they're not trying to rob you, some people say your success is my failure. Some people have that mindset. Unfortunately, it's ingrained in a lot of people when you grow up in poverty. So it's like your success means my failure. So it's like, and I remember somebody saying like, okay, so I'm gonna take you out to make me feel better. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that happens. And that if you're somebody that's successful in that situation, you just gotta act accordingly.
And one thing before we change topics, super quick. A lot of times it's not that black and white. A lot of times it's these people out here with money still trying to stay tapped into what's going on in the hood. It's like, bruh, like this stuff don't concern you no more. And you might walk into something that was not meant for you. You should have never even been there. You mind a business that has nothing to do with you. So a lot of times it's like you can't live in two places at once. Either you rich and you doing this, like still, why you worry about what's going on with the block? What he did to that, like stay out of it.
So, bro, if you ever get money, you're not coming back to the county, huh?
No.
I'm
in San Diego somewhere, bro.
Don't worry, Middletown, I'm coming back.
You're not gonna catch me in Philly very. I'll come back, but y'all don't catch me here just hanging out all the time.
I'm coming back, Middletown.
If you come back to Philly, you need to be in the Ritz Carlton or something doing fly shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat Philly like Ben Simmons, bro.
Oh God.
he trying to be on the first thing smoking.
To move on to our next joint, yo. I put this on here for Ant. We don't gotta talk about this that much. Fucking y'all remember Taxstone podcast a couple years ago?
Be safe.
Yep.
Be safe, boy. Yeah, his trial finally was supposed to start. I think late this year, early next year. He had that rapper beef with Troy Ave, whatever happened with that. But I put this on here because me and Ant, we used to always say be safe though. That's one of the first podcasts I ever listened to.
That put me on podcast.
Yeah, that put me on podcast for real. And I just thought that was interesting. That nigga
That's crazy. That happened in like 2016 or 2017. That's crazy that he's just now going to trial. That's wild.
Yeah. Shit, I don't even care about the next one.
I was about to say you can skip that, John. I don't care either.
I don't care. I do like this John though. But it's not really about that. So Trae Young was on the WWE the other night, and the WWE was held at Madison Square Garden. And when they introduced him, they was like, someone knows how to get W's in the garden or some shit like that. Real crazy. And it made me think, like, is he the best sports villain in the game right now?
Absolutely not.
In the game right now today.
We're talking like NBA. Ever.
Yeah, no. I would say he's a I would say the only people to me to be an NBA villain or a villain in your respective sport, it has to be a crawl, like every gym besides your own doesn't like you. I think the only people who dislike Trae Young
that's what is
the Knicks.
Bro, how you gonna be? It's so hard to be universally hated throughout the league, bro.
There was players who did it though.
Like who?
Nobody like Reggie Miller unless you're from Indiana.
But you gotta do something crazy, bro. Like I mean, NBA. When I think NBA villain, I mean
Kobe was a villain.
Kobe was a villain, but like Kobe. All right, that's Kobe. I'm talking about today. Right?
Okay.
Is a menace to a certain team, is what I'm saying. Like that's a villain.
Oh, okay, yeah, to a certain population of fans.
Yeah, who is a
you
menace?
Can put Joel Embiid. You can put Joel Embiid in there.
For who?
Yeah, who?
He be trolling. There's like a lot of teams that don't fuck with him, or players don't like him.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there for sure.
He's in there because I know Detroit. He was giving Andre Drummond hell, and he's on the Sixers now. But they hated him.
I got a better one than Trae Young. He's not as good, so it's hard for him to be a villain. But everybody hates him unless he plays for you. Pat Bev.
Yeah, Pat Bev is definitely a villain. He's definitely a villain. Niggas hate Pat Bev.
Okay.
Draymond, I think Draymond. My answer is probably going to be Draymond.
Draymond's a good one.
Niggas hate Draymond, dog.
They really do.
Niggas hate Draymond.
Is there anybody in the NBA that has a bigger single team villainy than this Trae Young Knicks, John?
Nah, that might be the start of something to be for years to come.
That's
I think
like it's about to be crazy.
I think he has the potential. I think he probably is the number one. I'm surprised though, and I think it's because of his personality. Philly doesn't hate Kawhi. Like Philly don't hate Kawhi like that, and they
That
should.
is weird that we.
You know why? I'm gonna
Because
tell
y'all
you why.
hate Ben Simmons. That's
No. I'm gonna tell you why I don't hate Kawhi Leonard. That was the most respectful ass whooping I've ever witnessed.
Yeah,
He didn't disrespect the fans. He didn't say nothing. He didn't throw nothing. He didn't talk shit. After he was just so nice about kicking our ass, man.
It's hard to hate Kawhi because it feels like, hey, y'all don't do that. But it's hard to hate Kawhi, bro. It's hard to hate Kawhi. He literally doesn't talk. It's like you feel like you bullying him.
But see, to me,
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but to me, like I think that's kind of crazy because like he kicked niggas ass. Like he kicked y'all ass that serious.
All right.
He went hold on time out. We not the only people he like relax, yo.
Like he keep saying that shit. Like he ain't never kicked Brian ass.
No, what I'm saying is with Kawhi, I think he gets away with shit because like he really be disrespectful on the court. But I guess his personality is like, oh, we just gonna let him rock, and he just go ahead and just kill niggas on the court. Like I'll be mad as shit at him. For real.
Before I ask y'all who the best villain ever in general is, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Kawhi used to bust the Lakers ass too when he played with the Spurs.
Never.
Yes, he did.
They used to win.
We never was in the playoffs. We never was in the playoffs with him. Never. Not how he did y'all.
Because they weren't in the playoffs. That's why.
Yeah, whatever reason you got. I'm just saying we ain't have a game winner like that. I just saw that shit earlier.
Who I think the biggest NBA villain ever is?
Ever?
Biggest NBA villain.
When I asked my old heads, they say
into like a single team.
When I asked my old heads, they said if you wasn't from Chicago, you hated Mike.
No, I mean like who you watched.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I thought you said ever.
Watch. No, who you saw.
Okay.
Not ever, because like ever could be shit. Probably Bill Russell might have, but Wilt Chamberlain niggas probably hated Wilt Chamberlain.
That I saw with my own eyes, I would say Reggie Miller.
I didn't see the hate for Reggie Miller. I feel like that came more so in the 90s when we was like babies.
I was at the 2001 playoffs games when we beat Indiana 4-1, bro. Philly hated Reggie because he hit the buzzer beater in game 1 against us. Philly was not rocking with Reggie.
He played into the 2000s a little bit for sure.
I gotta go KD. I don't think no one's been more hated than KD that 3-year run. Yeah. I think during that heat wave I do, but I think that was more so at the Heat too though. Like it was like a Heat thing. I'm talking about the hate was so, and the Warriors got hate too. But niggas kind of still fucked with Steph and Clay. Niggas hated KD.
What about KG?
No. I feel
like he was a villain, or he tried to make himself a villain.
He tried to make, I think his demeanor was villainous, but he wasn't like a villain to any specific.
Yeah, people like KG. I thought.
Okay.
I would say like who did Paul Pierce used to kill somebody? Who the fuck was that?
Was it the Nets?
No, it was the Cavs. Him and LeBron used to
the Celtics used to bully the Cavs for a little bit.
Yeah, they did. Paul Pierce used to get 40 every time. Bron was had 42. Paul Pierce used to have 40. But that's not one of that's not. He used to enjoy that shit. But I'm trying to think of like niggas outside of like Kobe, like the greats that was just like particularly.
Kobe might be in our era the like most hated player.
I'm surprised y'all not going with the KD joint because I think niggas hated KD.
I'm not talking about like
for 2 years.
You're talking about how much somebody dislikes and hates the player, like their move and shit. I'm talking about like how they torched the team. A villain for me is how bad they torched every team, and like the fan base hated how they got torched by that player.
Kobe.
The players hated how they got torched by that player.
No, and the reason I say KD is because some of the shit that fueled it was because no matter how much you hate it, that nigga was still going for 40 and winning the chip. You know what I mean? That's how I'm saying.
That was short-lived though. At one point in Kobe's career, there was a team that didn't like him because he gave him 60 at one point.
That's facts.
Kobe.
That's facts. But I guess
that's a good argument.
A couple more Jones real quick. We can go through this John real quick. It was a little
super quick. Yeah.
Now, we Made in America. We supposed to do this John, but we got rained out. It was a good lineup, some good performances I saw out that John. Did y'all go at all?
No, I ain't go to that.
I had a family friend who went. He gave me the scoop on who was trash and who killed it.
Looked like a COVID fest. It was on YouTube for free though. I watched a couple performances.
It looked like
it definitely was COVID fest.
Like a COVID. I was fucked up because it was like it was literally like a flood, 30 feet of water. You mean not too far from that shit. But one of the performances I did see was Griselda, and while I don't like one of them niggas, the rap performances.
Oh my God! Don't. Yeah.
Other dude was killing that. And my man Cheese happened to go to one of his performances.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't even know why I put this on here, but it was a good ass concert.
Look at you. Conway performance Cheese went to. He was hyping shit to add that, John.
No, yeah, it was something I put it on there for a reason. I don't remember now. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I went to the Conway concert. Oh yeah, this is where I put it on there for. So he brought out it was a dope concert. Conway's fire. Like he's definitely a great lyricist. The reason I put it on the outline was because I thought it was dope. He had State Property come out and perform during his set. And one thing I noticed was that Philly hip hop, and I don't know if it was because Buffalo niggas, New York is not that far, but I knew this already. But Philly rap obviously is regarded as the land of niggas that really rap, that spit, like spitters.
Mm-hmm.
But like I saw at the concert, like niggas really give us that respect. Like every opener that was from different cities, different places, every first sentence out their mouth was, I know I'm in the land of the spitters. I know I'm in the land of the bars. I know I gotta. Everyone tried to spit a freestyle. It was niggas from Houston trying to spit an acapella. Everybody, they was like, yo, you know the line. Yo, I'm in the city of Philly. Turn the beat off. And some of them was ass, some of them was dope. But I just like, damn, Philly rap, really, we get that. I say we, but it gets that respect.
Nah, Philly definitely, as they deserve, gets that respect for having the spitters. I think Philly's problem is 99.9% of the niggas who got them bars don't make it to where they should have went for various circumstances.
Yeah, and it's a different time now too.
When it just come to rapping though, yeah, I don't think it's a lot. I don't think it's one or maybe one or two cities that can mess with us.
We're a top 3 city. I think you have to say that as far as lyrically.
Sure, top 3.
That's another topic we can have for next, John.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to touch on this. I don't want to say too much about it. I do want to just get this out there though. If you know anybody that's out there, doing any kind of like perks or some shit, they got an addiction, they can't help it. Let niggas know, be careful. That fentanyl shit is literally killing people.
Not be careful, tell them to stop.
It's hard to say stop addiction, bro. But you can't tell them to be careful and be safe as they possibly can be. So that's all I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah,
and that's all I gotta say about that.
And
that fentanyl stuff is real. Y'all gotta pack it up. It might be over for recreational drug use.
Yeah, please be careful. Definitely be careful. I did want to say we about to be done, right, Lee? You ain't got no more, right?
I got no more.
I just want to send a shout out to recently I lost a family figure of mine, Ms. D. Just wanted to dedicate the episode to her. She was my childhood babysitter. So definitely lost her, and rest in peace to my Aunt Barbara. One thing I did want to emphasize, man, if you got older people in your family, please reach out. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what they might be going through.
For sure. Rest in peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's episode 30 of the Laundromat Show, man. We done. I'm K Rose.
And McKee.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. We out.